There are two ways you can get your home sold in this high interest rate lagging buyer's market. The first is to compete on price to traditional buyers, but it's really hard to really maximize your profits when you're giving up your equity in order to get your home sold. There's a better way to do it, and this is how we're selling properties right now here in Utah. And that is to position your home so it really stands out on the market. There are motivated buyers out there wanting to buy right now, and this strategy is really appealing to them, and it will get them to pay a premium for your property, and your home will sell much faster. This strategy will get you more showings, more buyer interest in your home. It'll sell much faster, and it'll help you pocket a lot more money. Let's jump over to my computer so I can walk you through a couple case studies, a couple real properties that we sold earlier this year to show you how powerful this strategy is. First case study is this home out of West Valley City. This is the original listing for it, and the first agent had pushed it up in June and at a price of $515,000, and they dropped it down to $465,000, trying to get it sold over about a 2-month time frame. Finally, the seller said, that's enough. I'm not going to lower it anymore. I'm going to take it off the market. And so he took it off the market mid-August, and we ended up taking it and pushing it up the first part of September. And look what we did. We didn't lower the price. Most agents would be telling him to lower the price further to get it sold. We didn't do that. We actually pushed the price up to $480,000. And we offered sellers terms. We offered a compelling interest rate and a 5-year term. And we ended up with 7 offers on this property in 10 days. It was crazy. And we could have closed much quicker than 10 days, but we ended up just leveraging these offers against each other to get the best terms we could for the seller. And we ended up with super favorable terms. And we were only under contract to close for 14 days. Super, super fast transaction. But here's the kicker. When all is said and done, if this transaction does go a 5-year term, the seller is going to make approximately just over $100,000 on this transaction, over if you would have sold the traditional way. The seller is tickled pink. Here's another example of how powerful this strategy can be. This case study is out of Pleasant Grove, and we just closed on it yesterday. You can see that the original agent on it had listed at the end of September. It was on the market for 36 days. And dropped the list price from $469,000 down to $459,000, trying to get this property sold. And there wasn't a lot of action on that. I know the seller was super frustrated with it, and so he ended up taking it off the market. And then here's our listing on this property. You can see that in mid-November, we pushed it up at $480,000, just under $480,000, and which is $20,000 more than he last had it listed at. And again, most agents would be telling sellers in this market that they need to lower their price in order to get it sold. But we're not competing on price. Instead, we offered terms to sellers, a compelling interest rate, and end up negotiating a 7-year term on this. And we went under contract in 7 days. Look at that, 7 days under contract, and this buyer paid full price, and it is now sold. And we were only under contract. This says under contract for 11 days, but it was actually at 10 days from under contract to close. And here's the other thing. If we go the full 7 years on this particular seller is going to walk away with about $93,000 more in their pocket than if they sold it to a traditional buyer, if they sold the traditional way. So this seller is super happy. So let's jump more into the strategy itself and what we're doing to get these homes sold. Our Utah housing market has shifted, and there's a huge demand right now for sellers willing to offer terms to buyers. So here at UtahOwnerFinancedHomes.com, we are looking for sellers with an investor mindset who would like to get their home sold, would like to make a ton of cash off that transaction. They're willing to offer terms to buyers, but they don't necessarily want to be a landlord. There are some terrific advantages to you, the seller, when you sell your home, offering seller finance terms to buyers. For example, you're likely to sell your home much quicker than you would the traditional way and at a better purchase price. And with this strategy, you're likely to pocket a lot more money as well, because not only are you getting a better purchase price, but you're also creating positive cash flow for yourself on a monthly basis that adds up to a lot of cash over time. In addition to that, there's absolutely no landlording with this. This is a purchase transaction. The buyer is responsible for all maintenance and repairs of the home. We also build in great safeguards into these transactions to protect both buyer and seller in the transaction. And if you would like more details about those protections, reach out to me. I'm happy to explain them to you. This strategy is also great for buyers because you truly are doing them a huge favor. With the high interest rates in the market today, you can offer them a lower interest rate, and you can also save them on loan points and fees that they would have to pay to a bank. These are huge carrots to a buyer that make them want to buy your home. So this is a great strategy to get your home sold. Make sure you reach out to me and ask how much money you can make off of this transaction. You can reach me at 801-787-5866, and I'm happy to discuss your options with you. Thank you.